Hello, friends, and welcome into the Pelicans practice report, a little fireside chat. I'm Daniel Sallerson alongside Pelicans.com writer Jim Eichenhofer. It's been 2 straight days off for the Pelicans. They just got done practicing at the Moda Center in preparation for game number 2 tomorrow night. And Jim, it's been nice having a couple extra days here after a big win.
It really has. I mean, not something that you get a lot during the regular season, but a chance to spend a lot of time preparing, a chance to really go back and look at game 1, look at more video, figure out different things that you can change. I know Rajon Rondo loves this because he's kind of reminds me of Bill Belichick. If you give him a few extra days to prepare, who knows what he can come up with. Even just going into the series, he did some impressive stuff in game 1. So I'm curious to see where he goes with just having all this extra time. And
Rondo touched on that after practice today, talking about the extra day of preparation. It certainly helped him and his ball club.
I mean, it helps. To me, it's like having an answer to the test. You study these guys and learn tendencies. Even though, basketball is just off of kind of reaction and skills, but for the most part, guys do tend to do things, over and over again. You can kind of watch those tendencies and study and learn from that. But for the most part, my coaches are doing a great job prepping us, and it's all about making adjustments. Game 2 will be a big adjustment game. You never know what they're going to throw at us, vice versa what we're going to throw at them.
And speaking of adjustments, Anthony Davis touched on that today, talking about what are some of the things they need to improve on heading into the game 2 tomorrow night.
Rebounding, and our turnovers. Those are 2 big keys that we harped on. They had a ton of offensive rebounds, especially big ones towards the end, and some that kind of changed the momentum of the game. And then we had some costly turnovers, was able to let them get back in the game. So those are the biggest adjustments that we have. Just make sure we rebound as a unit and limit our turnovers.
So, Jim, Anthony Davis touched on a couple things. Speaking of the turnovers and the rebounding, certainly things that the Pelicans do need to work on come tomorrow night.
Yeah, for sure. The rebounding was a problem against Portland during the regular season, in particular the March game where they had 17 offensive rebounds, and unfortunately that was a big area of a positive for them. They missed a lot of shots in that game, so you're going to get more offensive rebounds, but I felt like in the fourth quarter there were too many critical situations where a stop with a rebound would have put the Pelicans in really good shape. Instead, it came down to the last play of the game in terms of determining who won or lost. Turnover-wise, I mean, the Pelicans have been great keeping care of the ball all season. They've done a great job in that category. So it was a little bit unusual, a little bit surprising to see them struggle in that area in game 1. But Pelicans really just need to get back to playing in that specific category the way that they played all season, and they'll be in a lot better shape offensively.
All right, so the Pelicans will shoot around tomorrow morning, and then it's game number 2 from the Moda Center, 9:30 p.m. Central tip, 7:30 p.m. local time. Of course, log on to Pelicans.com for more practice interviews, Jim's articles, and, of course, we'll have a pregame hit for you from the Moda Center tomorrow night. For Jim Eichenhofer, I'm Daniel Sallerson. We'll talk to you tomorrow night for game number 2 between the Pelicans and the Trailblazers.